it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare contract, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information.
So what it did, Mark, it dropped the sound, and then when I tried to reboot everything, it didn't bring up Snowball. I had to replug everything in.
Are we good now?
We're good now.
Why did it drop in the first place?
Just like it before, it just drops all the sound just drops.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I wonder if we just got to get a new.
I wonder if the connections get a little war or whatever, because it didn't see that camera there until I replugged everything in.
I wonder if
See if
the
the
problem
Snowball.
is this one.
That's possible. I didn't do this. I didn't do that.
Just north of 6th Avenue,
Try not to move it, I guess.
next to Woodley.
Oh, man.
And then you have a Sentry RV up north on the 119 turnoff to Longmont and I-25, and there's a service department up there. New and used, great service, great selection. SentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
We are back to our seasonal temperatures. The normal high 44.
Oh.
That's where we'll stand today. Tonight down to 25. Tomorrow cooler 34.
Do you still not have those lives on for Denver trial lawyers? When do you have them listed? I'll just have them do lives and then fire those off.
Coffee now or now. You'll get the freshest cup in the world at Circle K. Every cup ground fresh, starting at $1 at Circle K. Limited time only at participating locations. Denver's talk station, available everywhere.
Okay, I got them working on them. You're just going to have to fit in a couple lives when we're at a network for them. Let him know when. 2 of them.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK is our number. Deputy Clint working on the first problem we got where the guy is owed 17 grand. He's also in debt. He's a small business. He and his son, they do locksmith work. One of the clients they work for through this other major company is Walmart. And here's the thing. When you're owed money as a small business, make sure you don't let debt get too high, because then big clients sometimes or vendors will use that as a tool to settle with you. They know you're hurting for money, and then they offer you a carrot to make you settle. It's very difficult. Now, Frankie's got a very unusual problem with Windows. I'm going to let him talk. Meanwhile, if you need to get through, you can get right through at 303-713-TALK. Frankie, what's going on, Frankie?
Hey, Tommy. That's you call me Frankie, I'll call you Tommy. Is that a good deal?
Okay, man. What's happening? I see Frankie on the call screener here, and you can call me Tommy anytime you want. What's happening?
No. Hey, so here's a great point, by the way, of what you just said about small businesses. I can't agree with you more.
Yes.
So I'm in this situation. I'm in this house, and I don't want to name any businesses because I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
Okay.
Situation, Tom. I got my windows clean. Very professional, quality window cleaning company. Came in here, cleaned my windows. Great job. Sunset. I said to your screener, I noticed, like, what the hell is all over my glass? I thought it was like the spider webs or something. I went out to take a look. My windows were scratched to hell.
What? From cleaning them?
From the cleaning. And the window cleaner explained. He's like, we scraped the windows,
right,
all the stuff off.
Right.
And they look great. So I called him and I was just like, I've got scratched up windows. 12 windows, 6 of them are scratched to hell.
Yeah.
So he comes over and takes a look at it. And, some are upper windows, Tom, some are lower. And he showed me the fact that the film on the inside that's supposed to be in between the panes was on the outside of the window.
Now, wait a minute. What film are you talking about?
It's like this.
Like a UV?
Yeah, like a UV temperate film is what he described it. And the way he proved it was he did 2 things to me. He showed me that the stamp on the glass was backwards, and he put a magnet up against the window that wasn't scratched, and the magnet slid right off. He put and I'm talking a little toy, magnet you put on your
Let's,
refrigerator.
you know what? These IGUs, insulated glass units, are very, very scientific, and they're engineered.
I've never heard of this. I'm trying to figure out, who do I go after? Do I
Let's,
talk to this
well,
guy?
how long have you had these windows installed?
2 years.
And what windows? Who put them in?
Well, I'm not going to say, but the windows are Anderson windows.
Okay, Anderson
I'm
windows.
just trying to respect the builder because I don't know if they, you know what I mean?
I understand.
I don't want to disregard somebody or
First, I'd like to get some basic information. So hang on a second. And Maurice with an HOA and insurance problem, you hold on to 303-713-TALK. Ted Rowland is with K&H Home Solutions. Now, K&H, they do windows. They did windows on 2 of my homes, and I use them as experts. Ted, I want to ask about the insulated glass unit. That's the IGU. It's the one, there's a window and then there's glass. The window is the frame and the crank and the glass all together. The glass goes in and is framed, and the crank, if you have a casement, is on the inside, or you have a double hung. That means you lift and close it, lift it up, open, close it. Okay, so what I want, or this, of course, the kind that can just slider. Okay, so what I want to ask, Ted, is there a coating on glass to begin with?
Well, there's usually not a coating on the outside part of the glass unless it's like a easy clean type of a glass, which would be on the outside surface of the glass.
What do you mean a coating? What kind of a coating would Anderson have? Do you know?
I'm not really sure what Anderson would have, although, they're a big enough company they'd have access to almost anything that's out there.
But what coating would be scratched?
Yeah, Ken.
Boy, that's a tough one. If the glass got put in backwards,
right?
So you have the low E, which should be between the panes of glass on the exterior. Then that's a possibility. That's a rarity, though.
And that's what we're finding, Ted, because is it Ted or Ted? Sorry.
It's Ted, with a T as in Tom. Ted, okay. So what I think he's saying, we're not talking about the coating for cleaning or anything. I'm thinking he's talking about the low E film.
Exactly. Right. That's what the window cleaner said.
Now,
that
what
film is on the outside of my glass?
What is low E film, Ted? What is it?
Well, it's a film that helps reduce the amount of heat infiltration that gets transmitted from the outside of the house to the inside of the house.
And it's usually sandwiched between 2 layers of glass?
Exactly. It's usually on the inside surface, one of the 2 inside surfaces between the panes of glass.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now, Frankie, it seems to me, seriously, if this glass...
I know.
If this pane was put in backwards by mistake and the low E film is on the outside, I don't think you're going to have any pushback by anyone to get those replaced.
Right.
I wouldn't think so.
That's what I'm saying.
I would think Anderson would stand behind it.
Ted, do I go after the window cleaner and...
No. The window cleaner didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Yeah,
he revealed the problem.
What?
The window cleaner revealed the problem, really, is the way I see it.
Now, Ted, I just want to say thank you to Ted, by the way, K&H Home Solutions, okay? Hold on a sec. They're at 303-421-7100. Ted, a quick question for you, bro. A very quick question. If somebody has a problem with your window, if you sold your windows to a builder and the builder sells the house, the consumer, they could go to both you or the builder, right?
Well, they should go to the builder first because that's who they got it from. If he comes back to me, a situation like that where it was apparently glazed backwards, I would, go back to my supplier and get the glass replaced.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. Here's another possibility. Thank you, Ted, K&H Home Solutions. Frankie, here's another possibility that your builder did not procure the windows through Anderson, but maybe I'm not saying it happened, but let's say they were defective and he bought them as a second from somebody who bought it from somebody. Obviously, if Anderson did not intend for them to be put on a home, it would be hard to hold them responsible. However, if Anderson sold them through the normal distribution line and somebody bought them and installed them and you're the end user, I can see for sure you should be dealing with your builder and let the builder go to where they got them.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to do. But here's the question. I was a little steamed, and my mailman came by, and I was talking to him about it. He said I should add an additional fee for, just kind of the pains and circumstances.
Now, Frankie, I would, if this was truly backwards, okay, I would say that you get installation for sure and any cosmetic painting and all that, but I don't see any inconvenience or pain and suffering or anything like that.
I get pretty cold during the day when those windows are out in the winter.
But Frankie, seriously, they should give you no trouble. You know what I mean? They should give you no trouble to make it a 100% make you whole. As far as extra money, I don't see it.
$1,500 or something like that, within reason. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, Frankie, I don't see it for a home window, okay? I don't see it. But that's a whole different story. Contact the builder, please, and let me know what they say. It's really important. I want to hear what they say.
Pain and suffering. That's your first live. They're going to play a recording, then you're going to do a 30-second Denver trial.
Who's the personal injury attorney to referral list?
American First.
Yeah.
I got to follow up on Bobby.
He wants pain and suffering.
Yeah, he does. I met the nicest old lady, man. It was a lady. I kept thinking it was Lewis.
Is this
it's Lois.
Is this the stove?
It's the 9-year-old with the green bananas.
Down here in Arizona owns a really kind of unique business.
So what did you come up with?
It's an interesting thing. I think we should talk about it.
To companies that are paralegal companies. There's no attorney, they're just paralegal companies.
Yep.
And they provide, they fill out forms. And the reason they did
it
is
is
they
very
were
well
so
taken
behind
care of.
on certain things.
What was the part that they
down there that they wanted to streamline the courts.
That isn't that.
The biggest one that they were signed on in Arizona.
Okay, guys, coming up.
Probate.
Of course.
Short, American. American Restoration 24/7. It is so critical that you know who to call if you've experienced a flood, a fire, a storm, mold, a window breaks, water gets in. You don't know what to do. It's called a property catastrophe or a property trauma. Don't be ripped off. This area is filled with rip-offs. Get American Restoration 24/7. You can trust them. AmRest247.com. AmRest247.com.
I heard it when it first broke about 20 minutes ago.
Probate is absolutely the most backed up.
It was their they figured we'd be firing back at them, so they set up their anti-missile system, almost like our Patriot one, but it's a Russian version.
What's happened down there?
Well, don't do that. That's going to come to my piece.
No.
Yeah.
Do it because people in the state of Colorado need that.
They're going to know permanently pretty soon.
And then what happens?
There was Iranians, there was Ukrainians, and
Canadians. And he gets all the work that you comes into you that goes to that attorney. So if you were the attorney on that, it would really help.
Judge them by where they're from.
But it's kind of hard to get the attorneys to
fight
this because they think it's cutting into their work. And what happened in Phoenix.
Okay, remember you got Denver trial.
This was a common thing. People went to a closing, and they didn't know how
their missiles work.
Grandpa died.
5, 4, 3, 2, you're up.
And I mean, kids. I mean, it was so.
Okay, catastrophic injury. What the heck is it? Well, or an injury. You don't know who to go to or where to go. DenverTrialLawyers.com. Do you know they just got a settlement from Adams County School District for sexual assault of $5 million? They've had $70 million awards in birth injury, $22 million for medical malpractice. What you need are attorneys who understand these major cases and will consult with you free of charge. Call them, 303-571-5302. Read about them, DenverTrialLawyers.com.
They get $5 million.
So they have a setup where when they walk into this one courtroom,
They're not selling this for $139. Unless if it's a fucking matchbox.
They can do a probate in 2 hours. They can grab the forms.
(440-7900) or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
630 KHAL, an iHeart radio station.
You know, I love when we do a report and we get such a good report back. SaferNet, safer, like, hey, keep me safe, safernet.com. I talked to these guys a few days ago. Somebody signed up with them. They're only paying about $12 a month or something, and they said they cannot believe how cool it is. Now, all you do is use SaferNet as a filter. It is not, you download an app. This company does everything. They do not spy on you. This is a filter only. You get the chance to designate how your kids surf the internet. But here's the most important thing. You will be immune from all viruses, all malware, and all ransomware. It's that easy. It's that easy. You get SaferNet. All of your web traffic goes through this virtual private network, all traffic to and from, and you are insulated forever. How can you not get this? You don't need all that virusware or malware stuff. It's all filtered out. Plus, you can control where your kids surf. SaferNet.com. I can't believe anyone would not have this. SaferNet.com. Okay? Now, let's talk. Now, what are we doing with Marcy? What is going on, Marcy? You have an HOA and an insurance problem. Can you explain what that means? I'm not sure what that means.
Okay. Last August, our first floor condo sustained a flood from the condo above us.
Okay.
And verbally, our insurance company told us that.
Wait, what floor are you on?
The first floor.
Okay, you're on first floor condo, and the one above you flooded.
Above us and one condo over, it flooded, and there's some details I can provide you for that.
Basically, above condos, how did the above condos flood?
There was a contractor that was hired that hit a nail through a subfloor and hit the deluge water line.
Okay, be very careful. This is not a flood. Don't ever call it a flood again. Don't ever do it. I'll tell you why.
Thank you.
A flood is when water hits ground and comes in. It's outside water flowing in. And the reason I say that is by the high technical definition that insurance companies give it, they will not cover it. You had a water incident and somebody pierced a pipe. Okay. The way it works, I just want to get right to it. The way it works with a condo is you have insurance that covers from the drywall in for you. The HOA has insurance for common areas, and the people above you have insurance for liability. In other words, if it's their fault, and then they would go at, here's in a pure world, you would put it into your insurance. Your insurance would go after the upstairs insurance. The upstairs insurance would go after the contractor. Is that what you were going to say, Mark?
Yeah, I thought you were going to leave out the contractor.
The art of subrogation, right? Okay.
Right.
So what's going on in that process that you don't like?
They have not determined who the primary is.
You're the primary for yours.
I would think.
Wait, you don't have to worry about it. You are covered by your insurance, period. Let them worry about who to subrogate.
Okay, I know that my insurance has gotten subrogation involved, and it was closed.
Well, hold on a second. How long? When did this happen, Marcy?
August 15th of last summer.
Okay, so you already were repaired. Is that right?
I did the repairs myself.
Well,
my insurance company.
Marcy, did your insurance pay for repairs? That's what I want to know.
No.
Okay, how much did it cost to fix?
The adjuster's estimate was $22,000.
Okay, and you did everything yourself?
Yes, and I haven't been paid for mitigation either.
Okay, well, your insurance, your issue is with your insurance. They can't have the excuse, we haven't found out whose fault it is yet. That's not to hold you up.
I'd hire, yeah, I'm not kidding here either. I'd hire either Matt or I'd hire that attorney that goes after bad faith that we just met with. Those guys are unbelievable.
London Krauss,
that's them.
We have two people.
Okay.
I want to know the last thing your insurance told you.
That subrogation was reopened.
No. Why aren't they paying you? That's what I want to know. Why aren't they paying you?
They are waiting on subrogation, they tell me.
Can we get London on? Isn't that his name?
Yeah, London Krauss. Do we have London's number? I'll have to research it here. London just signed up on the referral list. He's with a big law firm out of Dallas. They're a national law firm. They take care of this kind of thing. They will kick their asses. Or you get a public adjuster. But here's the deal. The adjustments have already been done in the repairs. I think it's a little late for a public adjuster. Hold on. Just hold on. We'll mark this as a follow-up, and I'll get London's number. Mark, that's a good idea. Here's the deal. You know how many times insurance companies do this? They unreasonably withhold payment, and you can get penalties out the nose for that.
Double and attorney's fees.
Yes.
The only thing that she should be waiting for subrogation is to get her deductible back.
She doesn't have... Oh,
that's hold on.
Make sure that's not it.
Okay, let's talk about that. You're right. Hold on. I want to make sure we're not just talking about the deductible, because, yes, you have to wait for that. Did they pay for the other part of the repairs?
Glad I thought of that. I have a follow-up with Bob.
Good thing.
God, I worked subrogation for years. I can't imagine insurance companies so stupid as to tell them they're going to have claim for subrogation.
Oh, you'd be surprised. After we talked to this law firm, man, these guys, The big ones are hail, where they'll plain out just say no to it. Next thing you know, they're playing double, and they're getting attorney's fees.
You know, when I was in this business, it wasn't like this. It wasn't.
And they can all of a sudden. Here's the other thing they'll try to do: is they'll try to come back and say the attorneys. They'll come back after the attorney gets involved and go, "Oh yeah, you're right. We missed this stuff. We're going to go ahead and pay on this claim." Too late. Too late.
Bad faith.
This report is sponsored
God,
by
when I don't even want to get into it. It's changed so much since I was in business. So much. It's become a dirty business now. And guys are trained trying to get out of everything.
You're getting ready, Tom.
I have a good follow-up on Bobby.
Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, that is the company that will change your life if you have an older home or a home that has substandard insulation. In fact, some people have chosen to get Rocky Mountain Retro Foam even with regular insulation because it has been known to save people up to 50% on energy bills. It's a retro insulation. It's a spray and foam or an injection foam. It's not a spray thing that you see like at Home Depot. It's not an AB epoxy. It is an injection foam that is incredible. It goes in like a thick shaving cream and fills every nook and cranny. It also makes your home not only more energy efficient, but quieter up to 80%. If you look at this video, you'll be sold. I was. FoamYourWalls.com. It can be done from outside the house in a day. And it'll save you money. It'll save you a lot of money. FoamYourWalls.com. Then give them a call, 720-676-6333.
Tom, I didn't know if you heard that. I got to follow up on that, Bobby.
Tommy.
Okay, I will.
I have never heard of this London guy for billing, for contracts.
I know.
Or
You know
anything.
what? Because we have a special arrangement.
It's our own
I
issue.
didn't hear the call at all, so
All right.
I don't know.
Okay,
the problem.
you just tell London Tom wants to get you on the air about an insurance question. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, and let me see if I have it though before you do that. Let's see.
Are you going to text me his info?
Well, let me just make sure I have it. Yes, I will. London, hold on. Here, just take it. Or you tell me how to do it.
What happened last time here is the snowball went down. Just went down. So I had to switch over to the Biden.
Ken's in an army jacket,
And then I
1970.
dropped the snowball and brought it back up.
Oh,
But
yeah, you know, retro
without doing
me.
that,
Yeah,
it wasn't
retro.
doing anything. It was just like zero sound.
I think if I had to guess what the problem is, it's at HUD.
Oh, something else.
Order another
Tom was
one.
asking.
I might
On
have
those
typed
trustees,
that cheese, I don't
could
know.
the kids be different trustees? Does that ever work?
My own kids? No,
Yeah.
ain't gonna happen.
I was asking
The
if that
number
would
one
work.
cause of death under the age of 50 in the U.S. If you have joint pain or back pain and you want another solution other than drugs, contact Downtown's Healthcare. Downtown's Healthcare believes that drugs and surgery should be a last resort. Find out more by visiting downtownshealthcare.com.
Are you nearing retirement or have you retired in the last year or two? Moving your 401k from your previous employer can lower your fees and give you access to the best opportunities the investment world has to offer. Then we can protect the 90,000 hours you...
My dad passed away, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're already crazy.
It's like you don't even know how.
My grandfather passed away in
One of the problems like we dealt with our boys is one thing, but that's like his kids.
My grandmother's still alive. We just took the car, just started taking everything. Everything.
This woman, though, at 90 years old,
She sounds like a
she is sharp as a tack, and she gets around better than Clint. What? Seriously.
What I did?
No, this 90-year-old woman I went out and met today. I couldn't believe the shape she's in. I'd kill for that shape at 90. Sharp as a tack, and just gets around, just, good shape. Actually, she looks 70. She looks 20 plus years younger than what she is.
And she's the one that goes and says, I don't even buy green bananas.
I said you had Tom, myself, and Dad laughing so hard over your banana comments.
My dad's 93, and he's sharp as a tack.
Well, last time I saw him he was, man, but I saw him about 5 years ago.
Still,
that's 88.
He was a sharp.
Is he physically decent?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's strong as an ox. Or he was. Is he still?
No, he's got weakness now that they can't figure out.
This motherfucker walk around the hangar and toss things around like.
The guy that just picks stuff up
Once
over
every
his head.
Saturday, he used to go walk to the top of that Saddleback Mountain or whatever that is.
Bomb
So he's a little more feeble.
And they're all three in the hospital.
Bomb physically weak.
Are you challenging me?
Now, is London on the referral list right now?
You kind of gave that to Daff. I don't know the answer to that.
I didn't really, Mark. It's so hard to write up what we're going to do with this. I mean,
no, on the referral list, it's a straightforward thing.
Okay, let me look.
The other stuff, though, we just gotta work it out. But this
guy specializes in bad
if
faith.
they're not paying her claim, I mean, they're going to be screwed if he gets involved, unless they're just talking about, like Clint said, the deductible.
They specialize in bad faith.
Damn it!
Oh, good. Man,
I couldn't get over how many there is too, Clint. It's pretty unbelievable, man.
About 10, 15 years ago, I had to go after my insurance company for bad faith.
In Colorado, we've got the best laws for consumers on bad faith.
Really?
The worst is Florida. They won't even work in.
You know how stupid they were? They knew I was a retired adjuster and knew exactly what the rules were, and they still trusted me. Oh, well, I don't even want to get into it. I couldn't believe that they would do that.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Remember that name. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. One Clear Choice. Now, here is the website. If you need immediate help, they're the best of the best when it comes to getting there quickly and efficiently, or they have the best deals on garage doors. They are the only really authorized garage door dealer for many of these manufacturers, even though other people service them. These guys are factory approved, okay? OneClearChoiceDoors.com. I've used them on all of my homes. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Okay. I can't stand when people are jerked around by insurance companies. Now, I'm not sure if Marcy's being jerked around, but I have some questions, and you should listen to this because at one time or another, you will be jerked around. London Krauts is with Daly and Black. They're attorneys that go after bad faith. I mean, that's basically what they do all over the country. London, first I have a quick question. What is bad faith?
So bad faith is where an insurance company refuses benefits without a reasonable basis. That's simply the definition of it under the law in Colorado. Okay, so it's unreasonably withholding payment. And what can consumers get if an insurance company screws them around? So there's two penalties for an insurance company acting in bad faith, and that is in degradation of the duty of good faith and fair dealing. What does that mean? They have an inherent duty of good faith and fair dealing. Okay. It's almost like a fiduciary duty, just like I would have to my clients. And okay. I have to do things that are in the best interest of my clients, regardless of how it would affect me, in any way, whether financially or not. Can you give me an example, London? Give me an example of a bad faith case in Denver or in Colorado you've handled that actually went through and what happened. You don't have to give me names. Just give me an example, just a quick example. Sure. So we've got a claim where there's a multifamily housing unit. There's discontinued siding, which did receive hail damage. But, of course, if you were to repair any one piece of that siding, then because you can't find any adequate replacement for it, like, kind, and quality, and it's discontinued, you would have to replace the entire siding on all 36 buildings. Whoa. Well, the insurance company began to write a repair estimate for the siding, and then shortly after figuring out that it was discontinued and that the material was no longer available, they then called in an engineer who made a contrary opinion to say that actually there is no hail damage on the siding whatsoever, so that they wouldn't be responsible for paying for the full amount of the siding, which came in at almost $4 million on 36 buildings. And so what did you do? So we filed suit. We were pursuing that matter, and we made sure that we called out an expert who had previous experience working for an insurance company. They came out. They noted the hail damage, just like he would have noted it if he was working for the carriers himself. Uh-huh. And we put together an expert report and settled that matter based off of their fear that our expert was stronger than theirs. And can you mention what that settlement was? That settlement's confidential. Okay. I can't mention it, but I can tell you it was multiple millions of dollars
In excess of what they would have paid. What I'm saying is homeowners can get in excess of the damage for penalties, right?
Correct. The law provides the first penalty for acting in bad faith is the homeowner or the policyholder can collect 3 times the amount of the underpayment or denial. If they were to prove that they were underpaid or denied a certain amount of money without a reasonable basis, let's say $50,000 in a residential side, that potential homeowner could collect $150,000 from a jury in court. Now, that's the first penalty. The second penalty is that they must also then pay, the court would decide and allot what attorney's fees are to be paid to that policyholder for the representation. So if it's $50,000 and they get the 3 times the amount plus interest, then the attorney would also be awarded what's customarily a 40% or whatever the court decides is reasonably due based off of time and grade, and then orders the insurance company to pay that in addition thereto. So the total judgment on that could be $250,000.
You know, let's just put it this way. It's nothing to screw around with, and I think right now, we've been talking about this so long, that at the Troubleshooter Network and Referralist.com, we did something about it. We're getting you signed up with this giant firm, and we're going to go after these bastards. Now, those are my words, not yours. I don't know if Marcy has bad faith. We're going to talk about it. Now, Marcy, you had a first floor, you're on a first floor condo. The condos above had water in them. A contractor, we think, burst a pipe with a nail gun. You were flooded August 15th, 2019, the adjuster said you had $22,000 worth of damage. By the way, that probably was more. Adjusters almost never give the right amount up front. But let's just say you had $22,000 in repairs. You did the repairs. But I need to know something, and this is a very important question, Marcy. Have they paid anything on the claim?
Yes, they paid for our hotel stay and meals for 2 months. We were back in the condo within 2 months.
Okay, is that the only thing they paid is the temporary housing?
That is the only thing they've paid.
Okay, so that you've not gotten a dime toward the repairs.
Correct.
And what is the reason they give you?
They tell me that they are waiting on subrogation.
Okay, hold on. They're waiting on subrogation. London, if you could hold, or we'll call you back. That is the question now we're going to tackle. Are they allowed to wait for subrogation for you to get paid anything? We'll talk about that and more. Plus, everyone else, hang on. I will take all of your calls. Plus, we have Mile High estate planning. Time to talk about ideal home loans for... We'll hit you hard, bro. We got a lot of time. You don't have to. Hey, you don't have to leave, right?
No, I'm saying.
In other words, if you want a loan that's 13 years, 23 years, 15 years, 27 years, whatever the term, they'll do it. It's a flexible term loan. IdealHomeLoans.com. 303-867-7000. Equal opportunity lender, regulated by DORA. NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
Aloha! It's JoJo inviting listeners to the Hawaiian Islands, March the 30th to April the 8th. Enjoy.
I don't know, a 6-person spa from you guys about 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a great spa, but anyhow, I think it's called the Typhoon. Does that sound right? Yeah, cool. So it's been great. I had some problems with it. We live way out in Franklin. I called the repair guy. He just left and said, here's what it was doing. It basically... If I reset all the breakers and turned it back on, even pulled the filter out to make sure the flow was good. I know how to take care of it. I just want to emphasize that. The temperature was dramatic. It was just all over the place. So he's telling me it's the board is low, and he hasn't quoted me yet, but I can tell he's prepping me that it's going to be low.
What did you find out on... I mean, I would have told him. I talked to him yesterday, Bobby. Yeah. And I knew what I was going to tell him.
What were you going to tell him?
To lean Walmart.
That's they need to do that, but
he needs to go to the guy and says, if I don't get paid.
Are we off?
No.
You know how Tom doesn't like to give things away, but that's all right.
These are.
I asked him, most importantly, in his contract with them, what does he have about late fees? Because if you have a good late fee thing and you enforce it, they'll pay you. You'll get paid.
Right.
No contract.
He doesn't have a contract.
He has no contract with these people. They have no reason to frickin' pay him. And because he has no late fees, why would they pay him? Just hang on to the money and earn interest. You know, the reason you pay your mortgage on time is you don't want the late fees. Businesses train you to pay, okay? He's trained, when you do what he's done, he's trained a business to not pay.
How does he know, how can he prove that they even did work?
I know, he has no working agreement, and also when he does, if they're bad pay, you train them to pay you on time. There's certain things that don't pay well, restaurants.
Our contracts for when I was in the oil field, we didn't have late fees.
Because you had quality clients.
Right.
Or you had ways you could
right. We could lean a well.
Lean a well or cut them off on work. And, I mean, you have to have some gorilla in the back room.
Right.
Because if you have nothing, people will just keep the money.
Unless they're just good people and they take care of the stuff.
Yeah, you know, a lot of them are, but some aren't. What we found over the years is restaurants were one of the worst about paying.
This guy's been in business all these years and doesn't have contracts.
Nothing. No working agreement, nothing. So he's asking to be discreet.
So how could he lean on then if he doesn't have
He did the work. Right. So, but he's got to get busy and get a working agreement with these people or contract with these people.
What I would tell him to do is go to him and says, if you're going to pay them next week, we're rolling. And then we're going to have a contract after that.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean Walmart.
Yeah, a tenth lien. Yeah.
Because that gets people going.
Well, there's other besides Walmart. There's a number of businesses there that if they get pawn shops and everything else, they get a damn intent to leave it. Pawn shop, they're going to be calling these guys up and say, pay your damn bill.
Right.
But I can't believe he left himself that wide open.
He must have had a verbal with him or something that was a 30-day or something.
Who knows?
He sounds like too nice of a guy to be in business, right?
Yes, exactly, Dan. You hit the nail on the head. There are people that are too nice to be in business. I usually see it with landlords. Some lady rents her house out and people are just beating on her because she had no provision in there for late fees in the rental agreement, and so they take advantage of it.
I don't think I've ever signed a rental thing without it. Well, when I rented to some friends,
yeah,
I didn't have it.
But on a regular one, what it does, your contracts train people for behavior. And this guy is trained in for
splashed in my face.
Got that on camera.
Oh my God. No, it came right up in my face. It's so hot.
I can't drink hot stuff, period.
Really? Because of your teeth?
No, I just never, my whole mouth just can't stand hot.
You know what's the worst feeling is when you eat that real hot pizza and the cheese sticks are burns the
I just wanted to know if they came.
It takes weeks
tomato
to heal.
sauce.
Oh, I'm not in a hurry. I don't care. I just wondered.
It takes weeks to heal.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, bye, honey.
Oh man, we were trying to set my airfare to go down to get this done because on January 23rd is a 3-month thing. I called
Tommy, I've been on the phone and then I realized we're on break. Are you done with London? Did you hold him over?
No, I'm holding him.
Okay.
I hope he holds you.
Because he said when you get older, you heal as fast.
Okay. At least be nicer down there.
Well, yeah.
Got something that's been on my mind.
What's that, bro?
Oh yeah.
How much longer are you going to be running your show?
I just signed a new 5-year deal.
Okay.
show is where we help people. Let's just put it this way. The longest running show with the same host currently on the air doing what we do, and we love it. 303-713-TALK. If you catch us online and you're listening to a podcast, if you're working out, hey, keep going, keep going. Hey, also 303-MARTINO is our number. So you can call that anytime. Please leave your number and we'll get back to you. It's important to distinguish good products from bad products, and I want to tell you about realcbdthatworks.com. Now, here's the thing. All CBD works the same. If you could have pure CBD oil with THC and pure CBD oil without THC, both oils would work on people the same. Now, some people have better receptors, cannabinoid receptors than others. They're just more, they just like it, more better than others. But what I'm getting at is this. It's not the CBD that's in question. It's how people get that CBD to you. And Panacea Life Sciences is the purest form that I have found and the stuff that really works because they dose it accurately and purely. So you get it at this website, realcbdthatworks.com. Let me go right to the phones. Is this bad faith? Marcy had a flood. Not a flood. Marcy had water damage from condos above. She put in a claim with her insurance as she's supposed to. Her insurance estimated her damages at about $22,000. They have paid nothing toward the repair, nothing. It's been since August. Now, what happens is her insurance is probably going to subrogate against the other insurance. And then that other insurance is probably going to go after the contractor that busted the pipe with a nail gun. But I want to ask London, is it an adequate excuse for an insurance company? By the way, London is one of our, we call insurance attorneys who go after companies all over for bad faith, insurance companies. He's with Daly & Black. They're on our referral list, and they're new to us because we went out specifically looking for basically a ball-busting firm that would go out and fight for a consumer. So, London, is it an adequate excuse, London Crown's attorney at law, for an insurance company to say, hold on, we'll pay you as soon as we subrogate?
No, that's putting the cart before the horse. And so the insurance company, the same way if you were struck in the back by an auto owner who had no insurance at all, or maybe it was questionable whether or not they had insurance, or maybe they hit and run and we haven't found them yet, but we don't know whether they have insurance or not. In the situation that they did, of course, then any policyholder for you would be able to subrogate into your shoes to then go after that bad actor to recover potentially.
But they can't make us wait.
They can't make you wait. The obligation would be that they are to pay now to indemnify you for your loss today, and then to the extent that there are other responsible parties that could have insurance coverage for the same thing, they can then seek to subrogate and indemnify themselves against those carriers.
Hey, Morrissey, I got a quick question for you. Who's your carrier?
USAA.
Okay. Now, London, I'd like to ask a question, and this is on everyone's mind, okay? Everyone listening, it's on their mind. This is a $22,000 repair. Let's say that's pretty accurate. Is this too small potatoes for you to get involved?
No. In a situation where the primary carrier is failing to cover something that's absolutely needed and in dire straits, I'm sure this woman is in dire straits considering the fact that she's got water coming in her home.
Well, she fixed it, though. Does it matter? She fixed it. She took control and did the repair, but she's not getting paid. That's still bad faith, right?
Correct. So she should be the one to be indemnified, and her damages are her exact out-of-pocket expenses to rectify the situation.
All right. So what I'm asking is this. If she comes to you and says, look, I did all my own repairs, they won't pay me a dime until they subrogate, what would you do?
We would file a suit, notice letter, telling the carrier that whoever would have been the primary carrier that should have paid, that would have been out of the HOA's insurance.
Okay.
that carrier would write a letter to them saying you're responsible.
Now, most likely, most likely, London, if Marcy calls you and you write a letter, they're going to pay. They are. They're most likely going to pay. So she's going to say, wait a minute, why do I want to spend several $100s to write a letter to get this money? But can you get attorney's fees if it doesn't go to court?
Yeah, if they wouldn't abide by it by a letter, and I wouldn't charge her anything just to write a letter saying, hey, this is a situation.
Okay.
You need to pay. You're on the hook for this technically, and you can't sit there and wait for other payment. You should extend the payment out of your pocket today, and then it's on you to go and get the money from any primary insurer that would otherwise have coverage that has failed to yet pay.
So let me get it straight then. Let me get this straight. Any consumers I send to you, they won't have to pay. You will make it so it's contingent, and they won't have to pay.
Exactly.
Marcy.
Exactly. It doesn't cost anything.
Marcy, I would love to do this. I would love to do this as an experiment. Marcy, I would love to hook you up with London. Now, I want to make this clear. London's not soliciting. I'm making the hookup here. I suggest strongly you go to them. They're not going to charge you. Let's see what happens. You called for help, right, Marcy?
Yes, I appreciate your help so much.
Okay, now hold on. Suzanne, I'm going to put Marcy on hold, and I want you to get her information, and then she's going to call London. London, I know people are listening thinking, oh, man, you know, Martino made another hookup because, listen, we got the public adjusters on board. We have our estate planning attorney on board. We have all kinds of people to help people. Where do people who are listening right now, they know they have this problem. Their insurance company's delaying or refusing. They want to talk to someone. Where should I send them?
You tell them to call me directly.
Okay. Now remember, you're going to get calls, so give me the number you want to be flooded.
Sure. Give me 720-925-0785.
Okay, and that's the number we can use in the future, right? For people that call and are screwed up.
Absolutely.
Okay, London, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. And where can they read about you online?
Absolutely. They can go to dailyblack.com. That's DAILYBLACK.com.
Okay, now that's daily as in DALY, dailyblack.com, or 720-925-0785. Don't let insurance companies crap on you. Mark, did you hear it? He's not going to charge her a dime. He's going to write them a letter. What do you think? What do you think the chances are of them paying as soon as they hear from him?
Boy, I don't know, but I know this. They have a certain time frame to start moving.
This is great. This is great. So speaking of attorneys and charging and all that, milehighestatePlanning.com, Blake, people, I think the number one reason people don't call you, I think there are a few reasons. Here's what I'm going to guess. First, they think they're too young, or I have time. Don't most people say that? I have time, why bother, right?
Oh, yes, you can put it off as long as you like. Just better late than never, though.
Okay, I have time. I'm going to call it the I have time excuse. What's the other one? Oh, it's going to be too expensive, right?
It's going to be too expensive. It's going to be too complicated. I don't want to deal with meeting with an attorney and all the paperwork that comes with it.
So expense and complication may be two separate reasons. Are there any other reasons that people give for not seeing an estate attorney?
I think people have trouble facing the reality that everyone's going to cross the creek someday. Facing the reality, which is their mortality.
Okay.
Exactly.
We have more coming up, and we'll talk about that.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. Do you love hyper-local food and beverage? If the answer is yes, you'll want to tune in to Colorado's premier food.
Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. Push my seminar a little bit. I'm going to push the seminar a little bit.
Plumline Services, another company I trust in my home. I've known the owner, Bob Logan. He's one of the owners for years, but I've also known the founder, Jeff Belk. Now, here's the deal. They have faith, ethics, character, excellence, leadership, and stewardship, and they have superb services that you can trust. This 93 are free. If they can't clear your drain, you don't pay a dime, or you pay 93 at the most. And if you don't get it, if the call is free, you'll still know what's wrong. That's plumlineservices.com. When it comes to selecting a real estate broker, accept no excuses. That's why
And the old snowball dropped again.
Let's just go. Let's just switch to this.
So I did.
What's wrong with it? Is that blue ice broke?
It just dropped, and then I
We don't know if it's
then I
the
got to
cable.
close it and bring it back up. But I can put it in this one here and just see.
Yeah, okay.
If it
That's a good
stays
idea. No, it's a good idea. I'm glad I thought, why don't you just put
Mark,
it in out?
I have this little here, I'm gonna show you a picture of it. There's a little magnet that goes on my rotor transmission to pick up the speed of my rotor. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you.
Save up to $270 per window
I
and
just wanted to tell you a story.
per door. Choose 1 year, no payments or interest, or payments as low as $99.
You see this? Do you see this?
Visit DreamStyleWindows.com.
That little assembly, right?
It's a sensor. It looks like an O2
That's
sensor.
right. No, that's a magnet. It screws into the transmission, and and it goes around, and it makes a pulse.
Right.
It makes you gap that, and it makes a pulse, right? Okay, so listen, this $2,900.
Why?
No fucking reason. I said why? Oh, research, development, blah blah blah.
You got to buy it from Enstrom?
Yeah, there's no other. No, now look, listen. If I don't want that plastic connector, just bare wires. It's did I say 2,900? It's 1,900 without that plastic.
Well, are you allowed to technically use?
Well, I can make my own.
That's what I'm saying. You
I
can.
texted you and it's for
What?
you only. I don't want anyone to see it.
But guess this. Guess what? That's used. A friend gave it to me. Is giving it to me.
And it works fine.
It was out of I think a wreck or something. It's perfect.
That's so weird.
But Mark, the cost of shit is abusive nowadays. It's not. I'm just convinced it's abusive. I'm sorry, things are abusive now.
Practically being broadcast to identity thieves. Good thing there's LifeLock to help protect your identity. No one can prevent.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All I have to say, Suzanne, is OMG.
Exposed in a breach. Save up to 25% off your first year using promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Change taxes?
He's trying to get a job. Here.
Got involved. No more phone calls, no more stress.
The update with Marcy's good.
Which one's Marcy?
The guy had that debt that he didn't get paid?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, Bobby, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Bobby.
Hold on.
Bobby. I got it wrong.
Bobby. Okay. Clint. Thank you, Clint. We appreciate that. I do appreciate everything you do. And Deputy Doc, where is he? He's a good guy.
He comes on.
About one out of 100 people we meet over the years turn out to be like Dano, you, Doc. No, I would say easily we go through 300 people before we come up. Wouldn't you say, Mark? 1 out of 100?
We go through a lot.
And I don't mean go through them. They come and go and they don't stay.
You got to have a good reason for doing things.
For wanting to do it.
For wanting to do things. I was going to contact London about expert witnessing. I used to do it all the time for USA. They have a hard time finding expert witnesses.
Oh, okay.
In a lot of areas. At least reasonable ones.
Would you be called an expert? What makes you an expert?
I've been qualified as an expert witness because I worked in those types of fields for so many years. As industrial and heavy equipment, planes, trains, I mean, really, I handle train accidents. I was the only guy that did it.
Does Faye Myers
Faye Myers for what?
They may.
They're not around anymore.
Yeah, they moved. They burned down in Alameda, but they moved to Arapahoe Road.
Yeah, there you go.
Not too, well, they burned it.
At least 15 years.
Well, maybe
Okay, I'm
15
trying
years
to think.
ago, they burned down.
Arapahoe and
On the south side of the
Right
street.
there by
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yosemite, is it? The Yosemite or Arapahoe?
They were in Alameda and
Hey, Daniel, there's sound issues again, kind of like yesterday. They said one mic keeps going in and out.
Right. So what it is, it's just snowballs when I'm doing something else and I'm using this other mic.
Tell them there's a loose nut behind the wheel.
No, we shouldn't have any sound issues anymore.
busted that. Yeah.
When you bundle home and auto,
I put it on there, it looks like
so
one of
call
my
your local
phones
Allstate agent today. Are you in
I've
good
been
hands?
dropping by Godspeed almost every night trying to catch that map there. That's a weird place.
Which one?
Godspeed. It's a ministry, but they do work on cars for free.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome, the only show anywhere of its kind. SimplyFloorsInc.com for savings. You know, the holidays are over. You're thinking about getting new floors? Okay, they're in a buying group. They buy at the same prices as the big boxes. They can pass those prices on to you with a small markup because Buddy and Karen simply want to do savings for you. SimplyFloorsInc.com. You make your own appointment. They bring out all of the latest and greatest floor coverings. SimplyFloorsInc.com. And they have easy financing available too. Same as cash, up to 2 years, I think, or a year same, and then 2 years low financing, whatever. You can ask them about it, simplyfloorsinc.com. All right, so Mile High Estate Planning is here, and we do have some people that want to talk about that. I have had some emails on that, but I want to get people who've been waiting here. And then we do have a follow-up, and the follow-up is on the call we had, Bobby. An LLC with his son. He's in his 80s. He's tired. He said, "Look, man, I'm owed $17,000. I want to get paid, and we have credit card debt. This is important." Deputy Clint, what did you do?
Well, I got him on the phone to find out what kind of a agreement he had on late fees, because if he has no late fee agreement, there may not be. They have no good reason to pay him on time.
That's true.
But I found out something shocking.
What?
He has no agreement. He has no written agreement with any of these people. Nothing.
Wait a minute. So he, you know, you say shocking, but let's think about this, Mark. Dan, think about this. How many small businesses, when they have vendors that call them, like they call and say, "Oh, we need your services over at such and such a house or such and such," how many really have written agreements? I mean, do a lot or not?
I don't know.
I mean, really, I'm wondering, you guys listening right now, you guys and gals who have businesses, how many times do you do business on a phone call or a handshake? So
didn't they say they did business with Walmart on that call, though?
Well, he does business with a contractor who does business with Walmart. So what are you going to do, Clint? Are you going to contact the contractor for him?
Yeah, I can do that, but he's got to get some kind of a written agreement.
But right now, though, he's owed $17,000.
Yeah.
You don't say to them right now, let's memorialize this in writing, because guess what'll happen?
He's got to do a 10-day notice and sue him.
Or put a lien.
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing, and I say this all the time, quantum merit, and that is simply you get the wait, attorney. What does it mean, Blake Harris? Quantum merit. You did the deed, you get paid, right?
You get value for what you exchanged.
Yeah.
It's an exchange of value.
So they can't say, "Well, yeah, okay, you did all this work. We really didn't want you to." I mean, come on. Okay. Randy, I see you've been waiting a while. What's going on, Randy?
Yeah, Tom. I'm a long-time listener.
Thank you.
Time here, talking to you. I've noticed here for several weeks that some Facebook posts on Facebook Marketplace has been showing up, and I sent